Hey yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone. We in the building. You know what I'm saying? This what it is, man. Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? The next William Joppy. Both of these guys, two-time world champions. Both of them. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys, world champions, bro. Let's get to it. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. Tell a friend we finna go in, bro. How we always do it. You know what I'm saying? We taking over sports and entertainment, and we're definitely taking it to the next level, man. You talking about, boxer punchers right here. Both of these guys, definitely boxer punchers. We gonna be breaking this down like no other, man. You know how I do it, bro. I'm the hottest thing on the internet right now, man. You know what? I need everybody, man, to hit the like button right away. Tell a friend, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel. Do all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Do all the good stuff, man. I hope everybody's at home, man, with their families. You know what I'm saying? And doing the right things. You know what I mean? Fresh BX, man. You know me, man. I'm trued up, BX. You know what I mean? You see me, man. When you see the logo, your boy trued up. You hear me? You know, I got 4 chains on. Just call me Big 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Just call me Big 4 times, BX. That's all you got to do. You talking about William Joppy, man, who was a hell of a fighter. William Joppy, you know what I'm saying? Been in the ring with the best. William Joppy faced Bernard Hopkins. William Joppy, he been in the ring with great fighters. You know what I'm saying? Bernard Hopkins, Felix Trinidad, Roberto Duran, you name it. You know what I'm saying? He fought the best. You know what I'm saying? Charlo, a boxer puncher. Both of these guys, BX, both of these guys are boxer punchers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit the like button, bro, because we finna turn up in here, man. Like how we always do things. You dig what I'm saying? It's H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again with another one. You dig what I mean? And we keeping it trill, bro. I got videos. I got exclusives, man. I got strapped up Sammy finna pull up. You know what I mean? Strapped up Sammy gonna come over here, hop on the panel. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Tell a friend. You know what? Both of these guys, tremendous skills. I had to, BX. They saying, man, I'm going to have to cut my damn beard. I'm hearing, bro. They saying, bro, everybody cutting their facial hair and all of that, bro. I don't even leave the house, but I had to cut my hair, though. I had to cut the hair, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't be going out. I ain't got nobody to braid my none of that, BX. You know what I'm saying? I'm be cutting my own hair now, dog. This is getting wild, bro. It's getting wild out here, bro. Hold up, bro. You know what I'm saying? BX in the building. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone, back with another one. You know what I mean? I'm back with another one, bro. You hear me? No cap, bro. Hey, man, I'm giving you that real deal Holyfield. I had to, BX. You know what I mean? We not playing with this stuff, bro. This real, bro. Man, I'm giving you the realest, bro, in sports and entertainment. Ain't nobody even on my level, bro. Let's get to this lecture at hand, bro. Tell a friend, bro. We live in the, hey, man, we live and we lit. Fresh BX in the building, dog. You know what I mean? William Joppy, bro. Let me swap out computers real quick. Let me switch up the computers real quick. Damn. We finna go watch this documentary real quick. You know what I mean? We finna watch the documentary real quick, bro. Let's get to it, BX. We finna break this shit down. Hold up. Let's switch the computers up, man. Crazy, bro. Salute General. Nah, fuck it. We could just leave it like this. Let's start it off like this. I'm about to get into it. We just leave it like this for right now. Shout outs to everybody, bro. Man, hell yeah. They say you gotta cut your hair. They saying niggas gotta cut their facial hair and all of that. They said I gotta cut my beard, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Yeah, BX. Facts. 100. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo, William Joppy, both of these guys are boxer punchers. William Joppy was a tremendous fighter. Been in the ring with Felix Trinidad. Listen, his resume, Felix Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins, Roberto Duran. That's just off the top. Let's go to William Joppy real quick. William Joppy, the tell of the tape of my boy William Joppy. William Joppy, you remember William Joppy, BX? Everybody hit the like button right now. We finna get into this, bro. William Joppy, bro. A hell of a fighter. 5'9". You know what I'm saying? 72 and a half inch reach. 72 and a half inch reach. You know what I'm saying? He definitely was a boxer puncher. 40 wins, 30 knockouts, 7 losses. You know what I'm saying? 2-time world champion. If you look on the resume, he fought everybody from, come on, bro. This man fought everybody, bro. Felix Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor. You know, he fought them all. You know what I mean? William Joppy was a true fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? He definitely was a true fighter. But he faced Felix Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins, Jermaine Taylor. You see, Lucien Boutte, Bebu Shumanov, faced them all, bro. Roberto Duran. Come on, man. Everybody. Man, I ain't playing with it, BX. It's cool, bro. I had to, man, bro. I had to do what I had to do, bro. I ain't messing around. I'm not messing around, BX. You feel me? No cap, BX. William Joppy was a hell of a fighter, bro. We finna get into the documentary, but let's get to the tail of the tape. William Joppy, 5'9", 72 and a half inch reach, middleweight. He was a 2-time middleweight champion of the world, great boxer puncher. The man could do it all, BX. The man could do it all. You know what I'm saying? Big time knockout over Roberto Duran. I remember when he knocked out Roberto Duran back in the day. I remember he crushed Roberto Duran, dog. Towards the end of Roberto Duran's career, had a hell of a performance against Roberto Duran. 5'9", 72 and a half inch reach for William Joppy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, a 2-time world champion as well. 2 times when he avenged his defeat against Tony Harrison. Both of these guys, Jermell Charlo took his first loss in it was a controversial decision against, what was his name? Tony Harrison. Charlo took his first loss, a controversial loss to Tony Harrison. The same thing with William Joppy. William Joppy took a controversial loss. His first loss was a controversial loss. All right, Charlo, 5'11", 73 inch reach. So Charlo, 5'11". I think Charlo's really 5'10". Charlo's 5'10", actually. They might be off by an inch. Charlo's really 5'10" with the 73 inch reach. William Joppy, 5'9" with the 72 and a half inch reach. You know what I'm saying? 72 and a half inch reach, BX. So Charlo took his first loss against Tony Harrison. If you look at Charlo's resume, his biggest wins, definitely you got to start off with Vanez Martirosyan, Gabriel Rosado. Charlo with big wins over Gabriel Rosado, Vanez Martirosyan, Erickson Lubin, knocking out Erickson Lubin. Charlo beating Austin Trout as well, a former champion, beating Tony Harrison. So Charlo, his resume is solid as well. You know what I'm saying? Solid resume for Charlo. Solid. I mean, not the best of resumes, but it's solid. A win over Tony Harrison. I thought he beat Tony Harrison both times. I'm not going to even cap to you. I thought Charlo beat Tony Harrison in both of those fights, just to be honest. He said the streets is getting, you said the streets is getting what? What that mean? The streets is getting, what is that? What is that? The streets is getting wild. The streets is getting wild, BX. You know what I'm saying? So Charlo, his notable wins: Gabriel Rosado, Vanez Martirosyan, Erickson Lubin, Austin Trout, and Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Not that bad of a resume. Charlo, a 2-time champion. I believe that Charlo did beat Tony Harrison. I picked Charlo to beat Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys are boxer punchers. So Charlo, his first loss, Fresh BX, to Tony Harrison, as you can see right here. Controversial loss, bro. Controversial loss right there. And if you go to my boy William Joppy, his first loss was a controversial loss. We finna get into the videos too. I got, you know me, I got videos to go with it. Everybody hit the like button right away, bro. Tell a friend. We finna go. Hey, man, we finna turn up today, bro. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again with another one, bro. Real talk, BX. You know what I'm saying? What you mean, though? What that word means, BX? For real? It's getting wild. Yeah, man, it's crazy, BX. You know what I mean? Stay home, my boy. Stay home, my boy. You know, man, hey, we got great boxing we can watch, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to stay positive, bro. What they on, BX? Everybody acting wild. What that is? What that is, BX? The hell that is? It's getting wild, dog. No cap, BX. You ain't never lied, bro. Getting wild, man. You know what I mean? It just came, you know, Memphis was late. Y'all had it first. It's, man, every place gonna end up being like New York and America in a little bit, bro. The whole, bro, every city finna be like New York in a little bit, BX. No cap, you hear me? Every city finna be like that, dog. You know what I mean? Y'all just got it first, like LA got it first. You know what I mean? Every other city, bro, they on their way. You know what I mean? New York is like this because they had it first. And it's the biggest city. Every other city finna be like that. You know what I mean? You got to stay positive, though. You know, one thing about it, we all got to stay positive, bro. You know what I mean? Let me show you something, though. Let me show you this real quick, BX. H Money, Mr. The Zone, back with another one. Yo, shout out to my boy Sammy. He said he gonna hop on, bro. Let's get to it. So, look, let me show you something real quick, BX, about my boy William Joppy. I used to love William Joppy back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, when William Joppy, bro, when he first started fighting, yeah, they got it the worst. It's the worst over there in New York because they got it first, bro. New York is the biggest city. You got all these people traveling from different places. You got all those rich folks going to New York, bro. People from overseas coming to New York. You know what I mean? Everybody want to hang out in New York. You know that. New York is the biggest city in America. LA, the second biggest city in America. The two biggest cities, the two biggest states in America, New York and California, bro, is the worst. Because that's where everybody go visit. People from overseas, people from all over the world want to go to New York. All those damn celebrities, they flying. People want to fly in. You know what I mean? That's what that is about, BX. Let me show you something real quick. It's all good, bro. You know what I mean? It's going to get better, though, BX. Have faith, bro. Have faith. It's going to get better, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You good, BX. You know what I mean? You know, man. Stay strong, BX. 100. I got videos for y'all, bro. We finna go in. Everybody smash that damn like button. Subscribe to the channel. H Money, Mr. The Zone. Back again, man. You see me, man. I got 4 chains on, bro. Y'all got, just call me Big 4 times, bro. Call me Big 4 times. You hear me? No cap, man. Call me Big 4 times, bro. You know what I mean? With these 4 chains on my neck, bro. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Hey, look, BX, let me show you something real quick. William Joppy, his first loss, bro, was a robbery. His first loss was a robbery. Just like Charlo got robbed against Tony Harrison, his first loss was against who? This is how real it is, bro, and I'm going to show you the videos. William Joppy, his first loss, Julio Cesar Green. You know what I'm saying? He got robbed. It was a robbery. Came back, knocked out. You know what he did? Let me, bro. Immediate rematch. He came back. Let me show you this shit, bro. This how real it is. This how real it is. Look. He lost to Julio Cesar Martinez in the first fight. He got robbed. Then they do a rematch right away. Came back with a rematch. And then he destroyed Julio Cesar Green. Destroyed Julio Cesar Green in a rematch. Got his belt right back. Just like Charlo. Charlo had came back and got his belt against Tony Harrison. Same thing. Both of these fighters. Jermell Charlo. Listen. Jermell Charlo. and William Joppy, both of these guys took their first loss by a robbery. Both of these fighters got robbed in their first fights, came back and won. Charlo lost to Tony Harrison in his first fight. What happened? Charlo came back, knocked out Tony Harrison. William Joppy lost his first fight to Julio Cesar Green, came back and got his belts in the immediate rematch, came back and got his belts back. You know what I'm saying? Look at the similarities. Both of these guys, boxer punchers. I got the videos, man. We finna break it down real quick. You look at his resume. William Joppy fought them all, bro. You know what I mean? William Joppy. Roberto Duran. Look at this. Knocked out Roberto Duran. He knocked out Roberto Duran. Came back. You know what I'm saying? He faced Felix Trinidad. Sure, he lost to Trinidad. Trinidad beat Fernando Vargas, Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Pernell Whitaker. Felix Trinidad, one of the greatest fighters of all time, bro. Hey, yeah, man. I told you I've been studying. You know what I mean? Told you I've been studying, BX, man. You know what I mean? What you want? Hey, you know what it is, BX. Let me show you something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Let me show you something, bro. You know what I mean? You know, we got the books, man. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, BX. You know what I mean? Important lessons. You know what I'm saying? Important lessons, man. I need to get back to the library, start reading, man, these books. You dig what I'm saying? 100, man. Important lessons in life, man. You know what I mean? Real talk, bro. You know what I mean? Another good book, man. You know what I'm saying? Another great book I got right here, BX. Damn, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Purification of the soul, bro. Purification of the soul, bro. You know what I mean? Let me show you something real quick. This right here, this book, man. It's called Purification of the Soul, BX 1000, bro. You know what I mean? They got these books on the internet. I need to start reading these books, man. I'm over here capping. I need to start reading. What's up with it, King? What up? What up? You know what I mean? I got the videos, bro. We finna go in. H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again, bro. What a classic for you. Every time, bro. You know what I mean? I got the videos. You know what I'm saying? I got the video. I'm playing videos. So, you know, giving you that Trill Deal Holyfield like me. Who you know giving you that Trill Deal Holyfield like me? Let's go, man. I got the videos, man. Let's get into it. Y'all ready? Ready or not? Here we go. Put the fair use on the screen because we finna go. I'm about to show you this great fighter. So what such a great fighter William Joppy was back in the day, bro. If y'all don't know, man, leave a comment, hit the like button. Abdul Wakil, what up, Ak? What up with it, Aki? You know what I'm saying? Salam alaikum. What's up with it, Ak? Yeah, man, you already know, Aki. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You know what I'm saying? I'm back on my deen. You know what I'm saying, BX? I'm back on my deen, bro. No, hey. Real talk, man. You hear me? Purification of the soul, BX. We stop blazing. You hear me? Stop blazing. I'm a week strong, BX 1000. I don't even think about that no more, bro. I'm making salad and everything, bro. Real talk, bro. 100, man. 100, BX. Let's get to it, bro. We finna get into the video real quick. Let's go, man. I got nothing with that Trill Deal Holyfield for y'all. So, man, make sure you hit the like button, everybody. Fair use only. You know what I'm saying? Tell a friend. You know me. I'm H Money. I'm still fresh down to my feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm still fresh down to my feet, BX. You hear me? You know what I mean? Take a good look at me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I don't even blink, BX. You see me? Look at this eye contact, man. Look me in the eyes, BX. You hear what I'm saying? Look me in the eyes, bro. I don't even blink. Hell yeah, that first fight, Charlo got robbed by Harrison like a mother. You know he got robbed, bro. Stop capping. Damn right. We all need to. We all need to, my boy. No cap. You know what I mean? Wake up call. You know what I mean? Shit get real, man. Signs, bro. You know what I mean? Let's get to it, man. William Joppy. Let's go to the documentary, man. My boy William Joppy, so y'all can get a first-hand look at what such a great fighter that William Joppy was, man. Was such a great fighter that William Joppy was. Make sure you hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. Let's get to it. Y'all ready? Here go the video, bro. William Joppy versus Duran. This one he fought Duran back in the day.
Well, William Joppy may be a world middleweight.
Yeah, BX, I'm on all of that. 100.
By moonlighting in a profession that you never expected.
Here we go. Let's get to it.
Or as you will see, Joppy is trying not only to clean up inside the ring, but outside the ring as well.
Check it out, man. William Joppy. Let's get it. Pay attention, man. Y'all take notes. We in class.
Of course, I don't go out here wearing big diamond rings or big fancy cars. You know, I gotta stay what got me there.
William Joppy, two-time champion.
I was doing before I was world champion.
Even after winning the WBA middleweight title for the second time, William Joppy Jr. refuses to dramatically change his lifestyle nor alter his daily routine. Every day after training, the WBA champion moves from the painful to the pain-filled.
William Joppy was a hell of a fighter, bro.
What I like about watching Clinton Winters is I like doing them.
He from Maryland. He from Baltimore, Maryland.
I look at how dirty they were before, and when I'm finished,
I think he from DC. And he ain't from Baltimore. He from DC. He from the DMV area down there. He from DC, bro. He was a hell of a fighter back then, bro. Great jab, great footwork, great IQ. He could punch.
take advantage of the first time. You don't know if you get a chance again.
Give me 6. But whether Joppy is cleaning windows or training to clean up in the ring, he is obsessed with becoming the first in 11 years to unify the middleweight division. But before he can do so, tonight he must beat and beat decisively one of boxing's foremost living legends, Roberto Duran.
You know, I look at his old tapes. He's a tough guy. He might, just like I said, he might not be as fast, but he's still clever and smart. So I have to watch myself at all times. I'm 27. He's old enough to be my father. So I'm not to, beat him in pressure.
Charlo is the next William Joppy.
I gotta retire, brother. That's my goal. This should be his last fight.
Well, you got to admire the work ethic of the champion.
He was a hell of a fighter, bro. He was a hell of a fighter back then. You know what I'm saying? A hell of a fighter back in the day, William Joppy, bro. Everybody hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again with another one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it going, bro. You know what I mean? I'm giving you that real deal Holyfield, bro. Let's make it do what it do. I'm giving you that real deal, bro. Ain't nobody else gonna give it to you like that. Listen, ain't nobody else gonna give it to you like that, bro. I got more heat for you. Bro, I got way more heat. You know what I'm saying? He was a hell of a fighter, bro. That boy was a hell of a fighter, a boxer puncher. Incredible boxing IQ, bro. You know what I'm saying? Incredible boxing IQ. He was top of the line, bro. I'm talking about Charlo ceiling. People want to know how good Charlo is and all of that, bro. Charlo could be as good as William Joppy, bro. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. He ain't going to be no better than that. You know what I mean? People pushing it. You know what I mean? I got a lot of good for y'all, bro, today, bro. You know what I mean? William Joppy, top of the line, bro. Tell a friend. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. You know what I'm saying? We ready to do it. Matching with gas mesh is bad. Hell yeah. You already know, BX. You know what I mean? You already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of good shit for y'all today, bro. A lot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody tell a friend. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go, bro. Let's get to it. Let's go, BX. 1,000. Here we go right here, man. I got more heat for you. You know, exclusive, man. Exclusive, bro. Everything I'm dropping is exclusive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything, bro. When he fought Trinidad, bro. Let me show you this. When he fought Trinidad. Let's go. Giving you that Trill Deal Holyfield right here. I'm giving you that Trill Deal Holyfield, my boy. You know what I'm saying?
William Joppy overcame a near-fatal auto accident, one which fractured his neck to win 6 fights. Can he now overcome the power of Felix Trinidad? Joppy has fought in 10 championship fights, winning 9. His only loss, a controversial one, to Julio Cesar Green.
His only loss, you heard that? His only loss was a controversial loss to Julio Cesar Green. That was his first loss. You know what I'm saying? Just like Charlo, his first loss was a controversial loss to Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Speaking that Trill Deal, man. That's what I do for you. Hey, that's what I do for you, bro. You know what I mean? Hit the fucking like button right away. William Joppy. Hell of a fighter.
This is his daily grind. Far from the hype. Without fanfare or recognition, William Joppy is a working man's fighter. He knows victory and he has tasted defeat. Joppy has even sparred with death. A champion yet an
JC, what he do?
All William Joppy wants.
JC, what he do?
His greatness.
If I stopped boxing, I wouldn't get no recognition. I would go out, people bring my name up. Oh, he was a champ. But it would be a question, was he any good?
Joppy grew up on the streets of the nation's capital, idolizing the sublime fighting talents of Muhammad Ali, and especially another Beltway area boxer named Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yes, him and Sugar Ray from the same area. You know, Sugar Ray from D.C. Sugar Ray Leonard down there from D.C., man. You know, I'm telling y'all right now, man, Charlo is the next William Joppy, man. Don't forget it, man. Tell a friend, do all that good stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the truth. You know, Charlo ceiling, he can be as good as William Joppy, nothing more, nothing less. He's already a 2-time champion like Joppy. Joppy was a 2-time champion. A boxer puncher, both of them. Both of them.
Unlike his role model, Joppy's ring career was not forged in Olympic gold. He did not start boxing until the age of 20.
A hell of a fighter.
Within 5 years, he worked his way to an unbeaten record.
Look at that style, bro. That's the same way Charlo fight. Boxer puncher. Both of them boxer punches.
Another great fighter that didn't fought the stage to get my world title. He was raw, strong. I boxed him, confused him. Took him out of his game plan, and I knocked him out in the 9th round. He was so confused, he was trying to do what I was doing to him, and it wasn't his game.
In his first year as champion, Joppy defended his title twice. But in the summer of '97, he encountered a hostile crowd at Madison Square Garden and hometown hero Julio Cesar Green. William Joppy Jr. Joppy decked Green twice. But he broke a knuckle on his right hand and could barely use that weapon again. Green swiped Joppy's belt in a hotly debated decision.
See, he got robbed. You see, his first loss was a robbery, bro. His first loss was a robbery, just like Charlo. When Charlo lost to Tony Harrison, bro, I thought Charlo won that first fight, bro. Run this part back real quick. When he got robbed, just like, you know what I'm saying? Just like Charlo got robbed against Tony Harrison in their first fight. He took his first loss as a robbery. His first loss was a robbery, bro. Just like Charlo first loss was a robbery, bro. You see what I'm saying? The similarities are crazy.
Crowd at Madison Square Garden and hometown hero Julio Cesar Green. William Joppy Jr.
Boxer puncher, look at that. Slugging it out. Jab, right hand, Joppy, uppercut. William Joppy, left hook. He was smashing him, and he got robbed. You know what I'm saying? Just like Charlo got robbed, came back in the second fight, knocked out Tony Harrison. Same thing, bro.
On his right hand and could barely use that weapon again. Green swiped Joppy's belt in a hotly debated decision.
It's a fucking robbery. That's a robbery, bro. That's a fucking robbery. That's what you call a robbery right there. That was a robbery, bro. Look at that. Hand speed, man. You see what? Look, they're going to show you what happened in a rematch, though. Beat the hell out of Julio Cesar Green in a rematch. He knocked him down and everything, bro. He was beating his ass and got robbed. Rematch. Just like Charlo, this is the rematch. Just like Charlo versus Tony Harrison rematch. You see what happened? Look. Beating his ass. Same thing like Charlo did Tony Harrison in a rematch. Serving his ass up. Right hand. Joppy. Hand speed. Got his belt back. Two-time champion. You know what I'm saying? Avenged his defeat just like Charlo against Tony Harrison. Got his belt back. Became a two-time champion, bro. Facts.
Though Joppy was now at 27 years old, a proven champion, what continued to elude him was public acclaim. Seeking to boost his record with a big name, Joppy's handlers accepted a challenge from one of the biggest names of all.
Against Roberto Duran. Look at that. Knocked out Duran, bro. He crushed Duran. This one, Duran was older. Got a big win over Duran. Hall of Famer Duran. Got a Hall of Famer on his resume. Roberto Duran. Finished him off.
So that was an 0-1 situation.
That sent Joppy back to work.
Boxer puncher, bro. Charlo needs to listen, man. Charlo needs to be studying film of this guy right here, man. Jermell. I'm talking about Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo needs to watch film on William Joppy and learn from this great fighter.
Then on a wintry afternoon of January 18th,
Because
1999,
they are the same, bro.
dealt the hardest blow of Joppy's life.
I had just completed a training session. I was leaving out the gym and turned onto a major intersection, Richie Road in Maryland. And the car just came in, speeding, hit the tail end of my van, spun me around 5 times. My head snapped back and hit the steering wheel.
Then he got in a serious car accident, bro. Leaving practice. He was leaving the gym, got into a serious accident. You know what I'm saying? He almost died, bro. Listen to him. He had a broken vertebrae in his neck. Listen. Listen to the story, bro. He got in a serious accident. Serious car accident, bro.
That sent Joppy back to work in the gym, back to his blue-collar roots. Then on a wintry afternoon of January 18th, 1999, fate dealt the hardest blow of Joppy's life.
I had just completed a training session. I was leaving out the gym and turned onto a major intersection, Richie Road in Maryland. And the car just came in, speeding, hit the tail end of my van, spun me around 5 times. My head snapped back and hit the steering wheel, and I broke the C7 vertebrae in my neck.
Joppy was rushed to intensive care. He showed signs of a severe spinal cord injury, and he was listed in critical condition.
I think that was God talking to me, telling me to slow down. When I went to the doctors and they told me
He almost died.
Stay away from boxing, telling ill. I couldn't run, couldn't exercise, had to stay in the house.
He almost died, bro.
I was like in hell. I think the condition that I'm in, helped me get through that altercation.
It took 2 months before he could train once again.
I feel that I'm stronger than I was before I left. That was my goal, to come back and be better than what I was before the accident.
Joppy did come back as tough as ever.
It's that Charlo right hand. Wow. Oh, knocking. Oh, knocked him out. Oh, he hugging the ref. He trying to dance with the ref. Well, look at this one. This is a hell of a fight. Jab upstairs, Joppy. Left hook, right hand, Joppy. He's down. Look at the hand speed of William Joppy. That's the left hook, right hand. Man, that boy looking like Charlo, man. That's how Charlo fights. Charlo fights just like William Joppy. I'm showing you. First hand, you see it. Now he fought Trinidad. Look at the resume. He fought Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins, Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying? Lucien Boutte, Bebu Shumanov. You know what I'm saying? So many champions. Charlo got to fight the best. When is Charlo going to fight those Demetrius Andrade fights? You know what I'm saying? When is Charlo going to fight those Canelos, those Triple Gs? This is Jermell. Jermell at 154. Eventually, Charlo's going to have to move up to 160, bro. You know what I'm saying? He going to clean out at 154. What he going to do then? Charlo got to move up to 160. Jermell, both of the Charlos going to be at 160. Or Jamal Charlo need to go up to 168, fight Caleb Plant and Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? Since he don't want to fight those guys. But look, William Joppy, when he was at middleweight, he joined the middleweight tournament. You know, the middleweight tournament with Felix Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins, William Joppy, and Keith Holmes. All four of the champions came to unify, you know, and make an undisputed champion, made one face, one champion, and one name. And who was it? Bernard Hopkins ended up winning the middleweight tournament. You know, Bernard Hopkins beat Keith Holmes, knocked out Felix Trinidad. Bernard Hopkins, he beat William Joppy. You know what I'm saying?
Not the best middleweight, like somebody trying to take my manhood from me. Somebody tell me I can't fight. I had, I'm ready to prove right then and there. All my life I've been like that. And that's how I feel now. They put the best. They got to keep Holmes and Bernard, man, Trinidad. You're going to see when the smoke clears, I'm going to be the last man standing.
Joined it, bro, to unify the division. Charlo, you know what I'm saying? Got to get those unification bouts. Both of the Charlos got to get these unification bouts. Pound for pound, he talking about that. Charlo got to get in those big fights, man. Charlo got to get in those big fights, man. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. I'm back again. I'm giving you that real spill, bro. I'm giving you that real talk, man. Ain't nobody gonna do it like that, man. Shout outs to JC in the chat, man. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody doing it like this, bro. Ain't nobody gonna do it like me, bro. You hear me? Ain't nobody gonna do it like me, man. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. I'm back with another one, bro. You talking about Charlo, bro. Charlo is the next William Joppy, man. If you don't know, now you know. I'm giving you the best in sports and entertainment. I'm breaking down each fighter. You know what I'm saying? Each of your favorite fighters. If you got a favorite fighter, you want me to break it down for you? You want me to break down your favorite fighter? I'll be more than happy to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm breaking down every world champion, all of the top pound for pound fighters in the world, every fighter on the top 10 pound for pound list. We're going to be breaking it down, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit the like button right away and subscribe to the channel, dog. You know, Jermell Charlo, definitely, bro. The next William Joppy, man. Let's go talk about Charlo real quick, man. Charlo, you know, Charlo got heart, man. I can't lie, bro. We can't deny it, man. Charlo does it. Jermell, he got heart for sure. You know what I'm saying? We want to see him in these big fights. Jermell Charlo, you know, he just got the big win over Tony Harrison in the rematch. I feel like Charlo won that first fight. I can't deny it. I feel like Charlo beat Harrison in that first fight, man. I cannot deny it. I really do. You know what I'm saying? This is Jermell Charlo right here, ladies and gentlemen. Charlo, man, you know, a boxer, puncher. He got a lot of heart. You know what I mean? He's dedicated to the sport. Charlo came back took the rematch. He took the immediate rematch against Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? We seen what happened with Julian Williams. Julian Williams ducked. Julian Williams ducked. You know what I'm saying? That rematch against Rosario. That rematch against Jensen Rosario, when Julian Williams got knocked out by Jensen Rosario, Julian Williams ducked that immediate rematch, man. He sure did duck that immediate rematch. You know what I'm saying? He sure did. You know what I mean? What about Charlo? Listen to me. Did Charlo duck that immediate rematch? Did he? Or did he take it? No. Charlo took that immediate rematch against Tony Harrison, and he won. Jarrett Hurd, when Jarrett Hurd got his ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? When he got his ass whooped against Julian Williams, Jarrett Hurd, he ducked the immediate rematch, didn't he? He ducked it. He didn't want no smoke. Jarrett Hurd didn't want no smoke with Julian Williams. He didn't want that immediate rematch. He took a tune-up fight and fought a bum. We all know that he fought a bum. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. He fought a bum. Jarrett Hurd. He ducked the immediate rematch. Did Charlo duck the immediate rematch? No. Did Charlo duck? Did he duck the immediate rematch with Tony Harrison? Yes or no? No. He fought Tony Harrison right away. He exercised his rematch clause just like, you know what I'm saying, Anthony Joshua did, and got his belt back. That's what a true champion does. You know what I'm saying? That's what a true champion does. Jarrett Hurd ducked the immediate rematch against Julian Williams. Julian Williams ducked the immediate rematch against Jensen Rosario. You know what I'm saying? When William Joppy lost his first fight to Julio Cesar Green, William Joppy took the immediate rematch, got his belt back. Charlo, the same thing. Took the immediate rematch, got his belt back. That's what it's about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Taking all challenges, bro. You know what I'm saying? Taking all challenges, bro. Let's get back to this Charlo shit, bro. Hit the like button right now, bro. Giving you that real deal, Holyfield. Look at the look on Charlo's face, bro. The man looked focused, though. You can't lie. While Tony Harrison was over here playing and laughing with his belt over here playing, look at Charlo's face. Is Charlo playing or is he all business? Charlo looked like he's all business. You know what I mean? He looked like he was all business. Charlo with a big win over Tony Harrison. Charlo with a big win over Gabriel Rosado, Vanez Martirosyan. You know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison. Jermell Charlo, man. I can't wait for Charlo to move up to 160 pounds. You know, William Joppy was a middleweight, 160-pound fighter. Charlo, you know what I'm saying, is a 154-pound fighter, but Charlo will be moving up in weight. Yeah, Jarrett Hurd is done, JC. Facts, he's finished, my boy. JC, he's done, man. He's done. He'll never be the same fighter that he once was. He got exposed, bro. He got exposed for being a hype job, man. And we always knew Jarrett Hurd was a hype job. And all the PBC fanboys were saying Jarrett Hurd is pound for pound because he beat an old-ass Lara. And Lara was exposing his ass that whole fight. You know what I mean? Before he got caught. You know, Lara's older. You know he's going to get tired, bro. Hold on. Let me switch computers real quick. Let me switch it. Everybody hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. back again with another one, bro. How we always do things. You know what I'm saying? Just like how we always do things, bro. Giving you that real deal, Holyfield, man. Jermell Charlo, the next William Joppy. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it, you dig? William Joppy, man. Everybody subscribe right now, dog. Tell a friend. You smell me? William Joppy was a hell of a fighter, though, bro. You know what I mean? He was a hell of a fighter, bro. The guy was world class, bro. 2-time world champion, bro. He had 2 belts, 2 WBA world titles. Charlo was a 2-time WBC world champion. Both of these guys, 2-time world champions, bro. Young William Joppy right there. There go Joppy in his prime right there. You know what I mean? A Hall of Famer. William Joppy was a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? A hell of a fighter, bro. This is when he fought Roberto Duran back in the day. From DC, you know, DC had a lot of fighters like Sean Bay Mitchell, Hasim Rahman. Hasim Rahman came from DC. You know what I'm saying? That's when William Joppy faced Bernard Hopkins back in the day. Bernard Hopkins and William Joppy had a lot of beef back in the day, bro. You know, there was a war between Hopkins and Joppy back in the day. 2-time world champion, William Joppy. Let's go to my boy Charlo real quick. Jermell Charlo. Charlo's a good fighter too, man. We're not going to take anything away from Charlo. Charlo, a 2-time champion. Big wins over Austin Trout. You know what I'm saying? Big wins over Austin Trout for Charlo. Charlo had a big win over Tony Harrison. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel Rosado. Charlo, man, we want to see Charlo move up to middleweight. You know what I'm saying? After he cleans out the division, hopefully Charlo can get that Rosario fight. Since Julian Williams had ducked. Since Julian Williams had ducked the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Julian Williams had ducked the rematch. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, Charlo knocked out Erickson Lubin, too, who was an undefeated fighter. Erickson Lubin, very talented fighter, man. Erickson Lubin can fight. He really can fight, man. I want to see a rematch between Charlo and Lubin possibly in the future. Charlo and Lubin. Yo, Charlo knocked out Lubin. Charlo knocked out Tony Harrison. Charlo beat Austin Trout. Charlo beat Gabriel Rosado. You know what I'm saying? Not that bad, bro. The resume really ain't that bad. And then if he could unify the division, if Charlo can unify that division, that'd be love for Charlo. If he can get in a fight and unify, man, that'd be nice for him. Facts. Let him unify. He should be able to, man, he can become undisputed damn near at 154, move up in the pound-for-pound rankings. You know what I'm saying? Rosario should be an easy win, bro. Rosario is a nobody. You know, Rosario is a bum. I can't believe that Julian Williams lost to him. So if you look at Charlo's resume once again, Vanez Martirosyan, our first notable win, Gabriel Rosado. Then he beats Vanez Martirosyan. Gabriel Rosado, common opponent with Triple G. You know, Triple G beat Rosado. You got Vanez Martirosyan, who's been in the ring with Demetrius Andrade, Canelo, and Triple G. Charlo beat Vanez Martirosyan. You know what I'm saying? Then he comes back, knocks out Erickson Lubin, knocks him out in the first round, sparks out Erickson Lubin. He beats Austin Trout, a former world champion, and he beats Tony Harrison. You know what I mean? So Charlo's resume, bro, is definitely underrated, bro. Charlo's resume got to be underrated, bro. He's a good fighter, man. He is a good fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel, bro. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again, bro. Classic stuff, bro. Classic boxing talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo, the next William Joppy, man. The similarities are amazing. Both of them 2-time world champions. Both of them took, you know, controversial first losses in their career and bounced back. You know what I'm saying? Got their belts back. You know what I mean? Bounced back, got the belts, got their belts back right away. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to see, man. He looked horrible against that Mexican taxi driver. Who? You talking about Jermell or Jamal? Who we talking about? Jermell? Jermell. Let's go, bro. We finna go back to this William Joppy video one more time, bro. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone. You know what I'm saying? Giving you that real deal Holyfield, bro. Ain't nobody gonna do it like that, you dig? Subscribe right now to the channel and tell a friend, bro. This how we doing it, bro. We doing it big. Let's get to it. Look, William Joppy did an interview talking about. He called William Joppy did an interview calling Felix Trinidad a cheat, man, because his hand wraps. You know, Felix Trinidad got caught with his hand wraps. I don't know if y'all remember Felix Trinidad got caught with hand wraps, you know what I'm saying, against Bernard Hopkins when Nazim Richardson had caught Felix Trinidad, you know what I'm saying, his hand wraps. That was like, just like Antonio Margarita, you know, about the hand wraps. Felix Trinidad had some illegal hand wraps against Bernard Hopkins before the fight, and Nazim Richardson caught him. So William Joppy did an interview talking about it. Talking about what he said that
John Russell here with three-time world champion William Joppy, man.
Three-time world, not a two-time world champion, a three-time world champion.
B-Hop. Oh, Lucien Boussa, I didn't even think about that. You know, the guy you fought him, he was actually on the cut-off when you fought him.
Yeah, at first, guys, doing the end of my career, you know, when, you know, I kind of like falling off during that time, you know. Hey, I got rolled with the punches.
Speak to me about what you thought about Felix Trinidad being considered for the Hall of Fame. Why you thought he shouldn't be considered?
He should not never come close to the Hall of Fame, not even on the bottom tier of the Hall of Fame.
Dang, he said Felix Trinidad is a cheater with the hand wraps on some Antonio Margarito type stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
I've been illegally wrapping his hands. You know what I mean? That's like if I got in a street fight with somebody and I got brass knuckles on. Wow. It's cheap. But now Hopkins exposed him back in 2001. He should never come into the Hall of Fame. If he do, I'm going to make a whole lot of noise about it. I mean, think about it. I mean, these guys use steroids. They should never become Hall of Famers. Never. That's my story. And
what up, bro? What up, bro?
He's treating you pretty good. You're training guys. You got a lot of guys that you're training right now.
Right.
You also got a charity that you're working with.
Yeah, Breakfast with Boxers.
Tell us about it. You have a website for it.
Yeah, www.breakfastwithboxers.org.
Okay.
Go to it, check out, upcoming.
Yeah, he was talking about Trinidad's hand wraps. He said Trinidad was a cheater. Bernard Hopkins exposed him. He said Bernard Hopkins exposed Trinidad, but I think they did catch Trinidad, bro. You know, it was Nazim Richardson. They did catch Trinidad. You know, he had to rewrap his hands, bro. He did though. Just being honest though, Rube. I remember that. I love Trinidad. He's one of my favorite fighters, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trinidad with him, but he did. They had to rewrap it. I don't think it was like who his name though.
That makes so many believe he has a good chance to take all the belts. This is his daily grind, far from the hype. Without fanfare or recognition, William Joppy is a working man's fighter.
Trinidad was my favorite fighter, Ruski. Trinidad was my favorite fighter, man.
Joppy is even sparred.
He was my favorite fighter, bro, for real.
Yet an unknown soldier.
Felix!
All William Joppy
Tito Trinidad! De Puerto Rico! De Puerto Rico! Felix! El Coupe Alto, Puerto Rico!
Idolizing the sublime fighting talents of Muhammad Ali, and especially another Beltway area boxer named Sugar Ray Leonard.
Ray Leonard had it all. He had the whole package. He could slug with you, he could bob, he could fight going forward, he could fight going back, side to side. He had speed, power, and everything. You name it, he was all around fighter.
Unlike his role model, Joppy's ring career was not forged in Olympic gold. He did not start boxing until the age of 20. But within 5 years, he worked his way to an unbeaten record in 22 professional fights. Then he chased the middleweight title across the globe.
I traveled to Tokyo, Japan to fight Shinji Takahara, another great fighter that people don't know because he never fought in the States. To get my world title, he was a brawler, strong. I boxed him, defeated him. took him out of his game plan, and I knocked him out in the 9th round. He was so confused. He was trying to do what I was doing to him. And it wasn't his game.
In his first year as champion, Joppy defended his title twice. But in the summer of '97, he encountered a hostile crowd at Madison Square Garden and hometown hero Julio Cesar.
Hey, isn't William Joppy Puerto Rican? I thought William Joppy was Puerto Rican, wasn't it? I remember he had those Puerto Rican trunks. Look at that right hand, Joppy. Man, beautiful boxer, Joppy, man. Punches and punches. Over the top right, uppercut. It's when he got robbed. Just like Charlo got robbed against Tony Harrison in the first fight. He took his first loss by a robbery decision, just like Charlo took his first loss in a robbery decision against Tony Harrison. Then they both got their belts back.
In a hotly debated decision.
Robbery. That's a robbery. He got robbed, came back and got his belt back, just like Charlo did, got his belt back. You know what I'm saying? In a rematch. William Joppy got avenged his first defeat. You know what I'm saying? Just like Charlo did. Same thing, bro. Both of these guys boxer punchers, bro. Crazy.
The former champion returned to face his conqueror. This time around, it was a one-sided affair as Joppy avenged his one and only loss.
Beat the hell out of him in a rematch. Look, his rematch, get his belt back like Charlo did. Got his belt back. Got his belt back. 3-time world champion. He's a 3-time world champion, bro.
Joppy was now a 20.
Charlo, a 2-time world champion. William Joppy, a 3-time world champion.
Public acclaim, seeking to boost his record with a big name. Joppy's handlers accepted a challenge from one of the biggest names of all.
Roberto Duran. He beat Roberto Duran, knocked him out.
Joppy took care of business against a veteran Roberto Duran. But his 3rd round knockout of the aging legend did not win over the fans.
People say, you should have knocked him out. 48 years old. And if I had to win 12 rounds, if I had to win 6 rounds with Roberto Duran, they still wouldn't have gave him credit. You went 6 rounds with that old man? You went 12 rounds with that old man? So, I was in no one situation.
That sent Joppy back to work in the gym, back to his blue-collar roots. Then on a wintry afternoon of January 18th, 1999, fate dealt the hardest blow of Joppy's life.
I had just completed a training session. I was leaving out the gym and turned onto a major intersection, Ritchie Road in Maryland. And a car just came speeding, hit the tail end of my van, spun me around 5 times. My head snapped back and hit the steering wheel, and I broke the C7 vertebra in my neck.
Joppy was rushed to intensive care. He showed signs of a severe spinal cord injury, and he was listed in critical condition.
I think that was God talking to me, telling me to slow down. When I went to the doctors and they told me that, and they were going to have to stay away from boxing, tell it, couldn't run, couldn't exercise, had to stay in the house. And I was like in hell. I think, the condition that I'm in, how we get through that altercation.
It took 2 months.
He was a hell of a fighter, man. 3-time world champion William Joppy. Charlo's already a 2-time world champion. Before it's all said and done, I guarantee Charlo be a 3-time world champion like Joppy. I guarantee that.
Joppy did come back as tough as ever.
Let's go. Joppy gets it. Bangs him with the right hand. Left hook. He's ready to go. That's it. He stops the fight. It's all over.
He's sleeping people, bro. That right hand, bro. Just like Charlo knocked out Lubin, you know what I'm saying? He's knocking people out.
Winning a 12-round war against former middleweight champ Hasim Sharifi.
It was a massacre.
A massacre.
Like,
woo!
I still give him
damn, what a right.
Fight, and he went out like a soldier.
Joppy has soldiered on as the winner, still 2-time champion, still practically unknown. But that can change on May 12th when the unheralded
Felix Trinidad, bro. Trinidad knocked him out. You know what I mean? He stepped up his competition. Trinidad, all-time great. Trinidad sparked him. You know what I mean? Everybody hit the like button right now. Subscribe to the channel, dog. You hear me? Hit the like button right now and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy H Money, Mr. The Zone. We in the building. You hear me? No cap, man. You know, I'm just breaking it down, man, like no other, bro. This how we do things, bro. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone, man. Tell a friend, you know what I'm saying? Share the video, subscribe, hit the like button, and do all that good shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? This how we doing things around here, man. William Joppy, you know what I'm saying, was a hell of a fighter, 3-time world champion. You know, a 3-time world champion, bro. Charlo, a 2-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys, boxer punchers. You know, the sky is the limit for these guys, man. For Charlo, the sky is the limit. Definitely, bro. Definitely, bro. The sky is the limit for Charlo, bro. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe right now, dog. You know, I'm covering each fighter, bro. Ain't nobody doing it like me. I'm going breaking down each fighter, each world champion, every fighter on the top 10 pound for pound list. We breaking down. We breaking them down, bro. Like no other. It's H Money, man. You gotta love it, bro. Tell a friend, hit the like button right now, and subscribe to the channel, bro. You hear me? Back again with another one, dog. This how we do things around here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo, the next William Joppy. William Joppy, a 3-time world champion, took an early loss in his career against Julio Cesar Green. Got his belt back, just like Charlo took an early loss, his first loss against Tony Harrison, and got his belt back. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys, boxer punchers. You hear me? This is what it's all about, man. It's H Money, Mr. The Zone, man. You know me, man. They call me Mr. Big Drip, man. You know what I mean? They call me Mr. Big Drip, man. You know, these my Rasheed Wallaces. You know how I do, man. You know what I mean? There's a little something, man. You know what I mean? Exclusive Rasheed Wallace joints, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. You know what I mean? Hit the like button right now, bro. Tell a friend. Shout out to everybody that, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. My boy Roofski in the chat, man. 100. You know what I'm saying? Jermell Charlo, bro, is the next William Joppy. Both of these guys, boxer punchers. Both of these guys, both of these guys avenge their defeats. You know, these guys can do it all, man. Charlo got to get in these big fights and fight the best. You know, Charlo fought some good competition, but when will he fight the elite? William Joppy faced Felix Trinidad, bro. William Joppy faced Bernard Hopkins. Elite competition. These are the best. Hall of Famers. Charlo has to face another Hall of Famer, bro. I want to see Charlo, you know, fight a Hall of Famer, man. You know, William Joppy knocked out Roberto Duran, bro. Don't lie. Mr. The Zone. What up, Sammy? Let me send Sammy a link real quick. My boy Sammy, man. 100. William Joppy, man. You got on the AIs. If you available, Sammy, hop on with your boy, man. You tell holler at the fans about William Joppy if you can. Any resemblance you've seen between the two. You know what I mean? Appreciate everybody, man. Everybody subscribe to Strapped Up Sammy, man. Go listen to his mixtape, man. Go listen to his album. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, man. If you're not available, Sammy, I understand. You know what I mean? William Joppy was a great fighter, bro. He's one of my favorite fighters back in the day. You know what I mean? William Joppy was one of my favorite fighters back, and he had hand speed. He could punch. He can box. He had a great jab. You know what I mean? He didn't duck anybody. Charlo can learn a lot from William Joppy, man. Charlo can learn a lot from William Joppy, man. Hey, Charlo can learn a lot from William Joppy, though. I swear to God, man. No cap, BX. You know what I mean? That man fought the best. Bernard Hopkins, William Joppy. You know what I'm saying? William Joppy against Hopkins, bro. William Joppy, he signed up to the middleweight tournament to unify, to make an undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? That's what type of shit he was on, bro. William Joppy was challenging himself to be the greatest, bro, and fight the best. When is Charlo going to go take that Andrade fight? When is Charlo, bro, going to move up in weight? He's been at 154 his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Scrap? What's good?
What's good, brother?
Man, chilling, man. I'm talking about William Joppy, man. Do you remember the great fighter William Joppy?
Yeah, I remember Joppy, man. He was a dog. He was a dog for real, man. Like you said, boxer puncher, man. I remember him. He can hit.
Yeah, man. He had a lot of skills, Sammy. You know, big fights with Roberto Duran. He got a fight with Bernard Hopkins, Felix Trinidad, even Lucien Boutte. He fought them all. You know, Sammy Blake. I think man, you a damn fool. He told I ain't messing with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's just the regular vape, bro.
Hey, Sammy, you know, Charlo, he faced some good competition. You know, I was just looking at the resume of Charlo. Big fights with Charlo against Austin Trout. That's one big fight. Gabriel Rosado, Austin Trout, Vanez Monterosian. He beat Tony Harrison. Charlo also was another guy that he beat. Who was the other dude I'm missing? Rosado, Austin Trout. He beat Vanez Monterosian. Erickson Lubin. He knocked out Lubin, who's a good fighter too.
Yeah, time is everything when it comes to boxing. He caught Lubin early. I give him credit for Lubin because Lubin is rolling now. Lubin is another B-level talent. Rosado, who you said? Rosado?
Gabriel Rosado from Philly.
Yeah, Rosado was a C+, B- talent. Austin Trout, later in the years, Austin Trout. He's not the Austin Trout that fought Miguel Cotto. So we're talking about another C+, B- talent. So I'm just seeing a lot of B on that resume. You don't tip your hat to someone and put them in that category until they're able to clearly dethrone somebody that's at their level or a little bit higher.
Absolutely. What you think about Charlo, though, avenging that defeat against Tony Harrison, man? We got to give him credit for that. He took the rematch immediately. We seen Julian Williams duck an immediate rematch against Rosario after Julian Williams got knocked out with Rosario. He didn't want nothing to do with that rematch. He ducked it, and then we seen Jarrett Hurd duck Julian Williams on that rematch. So I think Charlo needs some credit for taking that rematch. You know what I mean?
Agreed. I agree. Anytime you lose, whether it was not a good loss or whether the judges cheated you, whatever. Anytime there's an L on your record and you come back and you're able to get that W, I tip my hat to that. That's why I do respect Lennox Lewis. He's beaten every man that's ever beaten him. But looking at that fight with Tony Harrison dominated him the whole fight, bro. So there's a better fighter out there than Tony Harrison. So if there's a bigger and better man that's able to do that to Charlo and that's going to avoid getting knocked out and has the gas tank, Charlo can be beat. And he was getting beat fair and square in that second fight, bro. Like we was all kind of, everybody was a little tight about Charlo. So, Charlo, yeah, he got that W back. But, bro, when I tell you there's better men out there that I think that's going to be able to expose him.
Okay, well, Charlo did, to Charlo's credit, he did score a second round knockdown in that fight against he scored a second round knockdown and then he ended up knocking him out. Like you said, Tony Harrison is probably like a C+ fighter or a B fighter.
B-, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Charlo's been beating these B fighters, these C+ fighters. Fresh BX says H Money is giving Charlo too much credit. Hey, Fresh BX, isn't Lubin your boy though? You told me Lubin was the truth, BX, and now I'm a fan of Lubin, but Charlo knocked out Lubin in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Like Sammy said, he caught him early, but to his credit, he knocked him out. He sparked him. You know what I mean? So what you think about Charlo at 54? You think he's the best at 54 right now, or who you like?
He's one of the best at 54. But again, let's do this. Let's do this. How many B+ fighters do we have at 54?
At B+ fighters at 54?
Yeah.
Damn. That division kind of weak. I mean, yeah, it is.
47. You got to either go 47 or go up there and go deal with Canelo and all of them. But at 54, there's no real B+ fighters that I can think of off the top of my head.
Would you want to see Charlo clean out his division before moving up to 160, or do you want to see him unify, become undisputed at 54, then go to 160, or do you want him just to go to 160 so we can see big fights?
Me personally, as a boxing purist, I would like to see people actually dig down, clean out their division, and stick at a weight or two. But what we are in the times of prize fight. We want to see everybody do prize fights. Like, we want to see, one day we want to see Canelo versus Errol Spence. We want to see all these prize fights, things of that nature. So I think the masses want to see Charlo just sign to fight somebody that's great. You know what I mean? You talking all this stuff. You a great puncher, but you a solid boxer. But if you fight somebody with some true skill, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be exposed, and you was already exposed a little bit. You've been able to show your power, and we expect that. But I would like to see him, to answer your question directly, I would like to see him stay in his weight class and dominate that, become unified, and get the hell up on out of there.
Yeah, me too. I would like to see that, man. Fresh BX says in the chat, he said Lubin going to be his best win. Watch how Lubin career plays out. Remember where you heard it first. Yeah, BX, you the first one that really told me about Lubin, for me to pay attention to Lubin. And he hella young, man. And when he got beat by Charlo, I think he was like 21 or something, like around that age. You know what I'm saying? So for him to even take that fight, that shows the heart of Lubin, in my estimation, to take a big fight like that at such a young age.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Lubin had a lot more to gain. By beating Charlo already had an established name. Lubin was up and coming. But I think everybody that does know something about boxing, it was too early. It was way too early, but he did, he dared to be great. And I respect him for that. He got caught. And the beautiful thing about it, too, is he's bouncing back, though. He's been able to string together some wins, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's been on a winning streak, and he's been looking better. He got a new trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin Cunningham is a hell of a trainer, man. Train Corey Spinks, Devin Alexander out of St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? So he's been working with Southpaws. The Southpaws he's been working with, like Corey Spinks and Devin Alexander. He can help Lubin. But the thing with Lubin, for me, Sammy, I want to see him use his legs more. Like, the only reason Charlo caught him because he was he went in there and tried to brawl with him. He came in there like that. He should have been, just boxing and shit, using his shoulder roll, using his feet. I mean, use the ring. That's the only reason, man. We know Charlo, his problems is against those boxers. Like Austin Trout gave him problems. Tony Harrison was outboxing him. You know what I'm saying? If Lubin was able to, use his ring generalship in his boxing IQ, I think he could give Charlo some problems. But, Charlo got him right now. Charlo got his numbers. So, he laid him out, man. And he was twitching on the ground, damn near had a seizure on the floor. We thought he was dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But don't you think, going back to your point about Lubin, being able to move his feet and kind of, hit with feints, when you young like that and you see that big opportunity, you kind of not thinking. That comes with experience. You know what I mean? So we want everybody to jump up and be the youngest heavyweight, the youngest champion of the world, be undefeated, be this, be that, and be that. Sometimes somebody's path does take going up the ladder, just in steps, man. There's levels to this, man.
Hell yeah, man. And, maybe that loss, was a blessing in disguise. Now he got a real trainer, and Kevin Cunningham, who's going to be on his ass. You know what I'm saying? He's a disciplinarian, and that's what some fighters need. We got a JC in the chat saying Charlo versus Rosario. I got Charlo sparking out Rosario. I seen Rosario's resume, Sammy. He got one loss, and I looked, he got knocked out by a bum. He got knocked out by a complete bum that we never heard before with like 5 losses. He got sparked. So, you know what I'm saying? You're right, man. That division is really weak. Man, he needs to clean out that division before, you know, some people start moving up in weight and try to go challenge him. But I do want to see him, you know, clean out that division because it'll give his brother time to, you know, do something at 160. You know, then his brother can move up to 168 because I don't think they want to be in the same division like that. The brothers, you know what I'm saying? I really don't think they want to be in the same division. You got a question, Sammy, from JC in the chat. He says, Sammy, are you interested in Canelo versus Triple G 3 or no?
Right now, JC, it's the wrong time to ask me, bro. It's like I've been locked up for 3 years, and the ugliest girl just came up to me and was like, "Yo, you trying to go to the room?" Anything that come to my way right now, I'm interested. Since we ain't got no boxing or nothing like that right now, but just on even playing field on the even terms, would I be interested if everything was the same and we wasn't dealing with this pandemic? Not really, because Triple G's last showing was not impressive. That was not impressive at all. If he fights Canelo, this version of Canelo now, Canelo will probably stop Triple G. Referee stoppage, I would think. So I would like to see Triple G bounce back and be more active in his fights and fight somebody else to look a little bit better. So I don't like to judge people off their last performance because styles make fights. But come on, man. Canelo right now versus Triple G right now, it's not looking good, bro.
For sure. My boy Fresh BX says John David Jackson, the pedo was outboxing Jermell. No, he said John Jackson. The pedo was outboxing Jermell. Fresh BX didn't forget. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Charlo, man, he got skills, but we know, like you said, man, like Sammy said, his kryptonite is those slick boxers. You know, I feel like if Charlo, you know, he be getting gun happy. The thing with Charlo, man, he scored a knockout, and he feels like now I'm a knockout artist, so now I'm trying to knock out everybody. I remember when Charlo first came in, he was boxing people, using his jab, you know what I'm saying, moving around and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now he's just straight gunslinging, throwing them haymakers. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to knock everybody out.
Yes, smooth. He was smooth in the beginning, man. He was smooth. He was a true boxer puncher in the beginning. You know what I mean? He was able to catch and shoot real nice. He was able to get angles. He was able to move his feet. He was able to, you know what I'm saying, deflect shots off his shoulders to where now he blocking with his face a lot more and losing rounds because he's trying to knock people out. And what we found also, and you're going to find this with people over time, you're looking at Charlo and you're seeing that Charlo, you know, he has holes in his armor, man. You know what I'm saying? You could talk to him at these press conferences. He talks so much. If you hit him on a personal note, you know what I'm saying, then he gets all upset. Then he goes in the ring, try to knock your block off. So if Tony Harrison was able to keep his stamina and play good defense for them last couple rounds, Tony Harrison would have retained that title, bro.
Yep, you know, but you see the thing with Harrison, he got a weak chin though, Sammy. You know, I seen Jared Hurd knock him out. Hurd knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? He's known for getting knocked out. So the thing with him, he got a weak chin. So Charlo was trying to go for that kill. But for me, you know, Charlo been working with Derrick James. That's Earl Spence trainer. I think it's about time Charlo got to switch up trainers, man. He got to get one of those like Floyd Mayweather Sr. type of trainer, bro. He needs somebody to help him, you know what I'm saying, with his defense. And he got to be smart. Like you said, he get too emotional. He get emotional, go in there, try to knock people out. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for me doing this series, you know, comparing Charlo to William Joppy, I think Charlo could learn a lot from William Joppy, you know what I'm saying, and become that boxer puncher because he has the ability. He was a boxer puncher at first. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was. He needs to go back to the fundamentals, Sammy. That's how I feel.
What I think, and I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. He needs to take it back a couple notches. He feels like he's right there on the cusp of stardom. Even though his brother is surpassing him, he feels like he needs to do a major splash to get everybody's attention and become that cash cow. So it seems like he's pressing for it a little bit. So if he just hits the brakes, not necessarily switch trainers, but possibly get some more eyes in his camp, you know, have 2 trainers or, You just have spend some time at a different camp so he can get a different perspective. Just an old head to tell him to slow down, man. It's gonna come. If you continue to clear out your division, somebody from a lower division or a higher division is gonna call you for a prize fight, and they're gonna want that smoke with you, and that's when you can get your money. But you keep pressing and pressing and pressing, you're gonna run into the wrong one. One of you out here trying to knock everybody's heads off, and you're gonna get countered, and you're gonna be on that Zab Judah.
Yep. I feel like it can be fixed though, Sammy. You know, I feel like it can easily be fixed. You just got to get back to the sweet science. It's the fundamentals, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, it's all about, like Mayweather said, taking the less punishment. The less punishment you take, the longer you last in the sport. The sweet science boxing is hit and not be hit. So, I like Charlo, man. I think Charlo is the best in his division, and that says a lot. And like you said, if Charlo cleans out his division, that's going to push him up in a pound for pound rankings. He's going to be a top pound for pound fighter if he could wipe out his division. And on top of that, that will equal bigger paydays. So, yep, that's how I feel.
Well, let me ask you this, H. Do you think that, and I know, and this is how I feel a little bit, because since Charlo's so emotional, he has rabbit ear, so he hears what everybody's saying. Do you think that he's in any type of competition with his brother?
Nah, I don't think I think they love each other. I think they really love each other, those brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? They always at each other's fights, always there with each other. They got each other back. I don't think there's no jealousy between those two. But since you said it, who you think is better between those brothers? Jermell or Jamal?
I like the big boy.
Yeah, me too. I think Jamal is a little bit better. I think
he's a little better. Yeah.
Yep, he's a little bit better. I want to see. I think you see Jermell Charlo. He kind of like Westbrook. You know how Westbrook he get emotional. It affects him sometimes in the way he plays. You know what I'm saying? The same thing kind of with Jermell. It kind of affects him. When he gets in the ring, he just needs somebody to talk to him. It can be fixed. You know what I mean? But for him to be the best in his division, that says a lot about him. It says a lot about him as a fighter.
Yeah, I think you're right on, man. His best chance, his greatest claim to glory is to stay there at 154, knock off everybody and anybody, like he started with Lubin, that's trying to come and mess with that crown. Go ahead and unify and just dominate until somebody, really pushes for a prize fight. You know what I mean? For him to get up out of his division. Until then, he should stay put. But man, it just seems like he wants that glory, man. So if the right person calls him up to, 160 something, they'll get him for the right money, and it's gonna expose him, man.
Hell yeah. And my boy JC said, Israel, my dream off the dream. The dream, baby.
Yeah, I know it.
Versus Charlo. He got 5 wins, 5 knockouts. He ain't ranked though. I think, is he ranked? He only got 5 fights. Charlo might dip before, he might go to 160
before he ready.
Because he only got 5. He only got 5 fights. So Charlo trying to get these belts. You know what I'm saying? That's them AIs right there.
But you know about the money.
Yeah, that's them Allen Iversons right there. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Hey, my boy BX said, he said,
you know about
them MJs. That's them 11s, them patent leather.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Fresh BX said they've been in competition. He said Jermell Charlo said they've been in competition their whole life, the brothers, but they not jealous. They might be in competition like a friendly.
They might be in competition, but they not jealous. I get you. I get you.
It's a friendly competition, make each other better, BX. But I don't think they jealous of each other, man. They love each other too much. They always with each other, and they always got each other's backs. That's what I do like about the Charlos, because I got brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be the same way with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Always have my brothers' backs.
Not me. I tell my brothers, I'll bust your ass. I got your back, but I will bust your ass.
Facts. And me and my brothers used to fight all the time, bro. Like we was trying to kill each other, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother used to be fighting, bro. Like we used to be street fighting. Man, the homies had to break us up back in the day, man.
Sure.
You know? But yeah, we don't do that stuff no more, man. And I'm
grown now.
I'm grown now. Like I look back, like man, like damn, man, I can't believe we used to do that, man. That shit was stupid. You know what I'm saying? My boy Fresh BX says, what he said about Lara? Lara used to spank him and Jermell and sparring. I got the word. He said Lara used to be smoking.
Hey, Lara used to smoke everybody though. Before he got old, Lara used to smoke everybody. He whooped Canelo. He used to spank everybody, bruh.
Yeah, he's a hell of a boxer. He can move around. He's slick. You know what I'm saying? But he came up short in those big fights. Even he did good. He did good against Canelo at first, but he had started to slow down a little bit.
He started pulling that Oscar.
Yeah, and then he always do that, man, because he's old. He always gets tired at the end. Just like against Jerry Hurd, he was fucking up Jerry Hurd.
Yes, he was.
Language. And then Jerry Hurd caught him at the end. He busted his mouth.
But that was a bad strategy to me. I mean, you're standing toe to toe with this monster, even though Jerry Hurd ain't, knocking people out first round with a whole bunch of punching power. It's more of him putting his weight on you, like Tyson Fury, and accumulation of punches. But you sitting there, toe to toe with Jerry Hurd trying to prove a point when you should have just used your Cuban background and circled his ass and won on points.
Facts. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. Hey, Charlo, bro, William Joppy, man. But do you see the similarities between the two? I know you watched Joppy back in the day. You see it?
I do. I really do. And this is one of your comparisons that I do give you hats off for. I do agree on that one. Because he's a boxer puncher. There's things that Joppy could have did better. Like there's things that Charlo could have did better. And it's like over time, why aren't you doing these things better? But it goes back to what you said. You got to have a different, head, different mouthpiece in your corner to open your eyes up to this stuff. He needs to switch up his game plan, man, and utilize more of his skills. Like Charlo should have a better body attack to me, man. He should have a way better, hook to the body, come back up for the uppercut. You know what I mean? And utilize that jab more and be able to catch and shoot like he was beginning to in the beginning of his career. But now it's just, knockouts are like home runs, man. Everybody dig them.
Definitely, man. See, the thing for me with Charlo, we seen William Joppy fight those A+ fighters, Felix Trinidad, Bernard Hopkins. These is first ballot all-time great fighters. We want to see Charlo against this type of competition. That's the next step. You know what I'm saying? And William Joppy was a 3-time world champion, Sammy. You know what I mean? And Charlo is a 2-time world champion. I think when Charlo's career is all said and done, he will be a 3-time world champion. All he got to do is win one more world title. He could easily be a 4-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? He could knock out Rosario. You know what I'm saying? Become a 3-time world champion, move up, get in these big fights. But we want to see him in these big fights. I think that's the next step. Clean out the division. And then I want to see Charlo move up to 160 pounds, and challenge those Demetrius Andrade fights. Take a Triple G fight. You know what I'm saying? Take a Canelo fight.
Get Keith Thurman. Give Keith Thurman to come up. Keith Thurman, fighting 147, but he fat. So he, you know what I mean? It would be easier for Keith to make 154 or get Sean Porter to move up to 154. Like Sean Porter's fought 150 before. You know what I mean? So go get you a name. Go get you a name and really start fighting a B+A fighter, because right now, you're not fighting anybody.
Definitely. Hey, you know what? Let's see him clean out the division. I think he smacks those guys at 154 though. To be honest, I think Charlo will smash Keith Thurman, man. After seeing what Thurman gets smashed by like a 43-year-old Pacquiao, bro, I was like, Thurman and those injuries on his shoulder, bro. Thurman I don't know if Thurman the same guy. I think Charlo might be too big for Porter. I think he probably beats most of those guys at 154. I mean, I don't think he could beat a Spence. I don't think Charlo beats Crawford, but the rest of those guys.
Do you think he beat Porter?
Yeah, I think he beats Porter. Porter too small for him. Porter too short. Porter like 5'6", Charlo about 5'10". Charlo outbox him, especially if he uses his jab. I think Charlo will drop him too. We seen Broner drop him. You know what I'm saying? We got to see how Porter does at 154. We got to probably take a couple of fights, make sure he could compete with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you think he'll beat Bud at 154?
Nah, I think Crawford probably outboxing. You see, Crawford like that. Hey, he's that Hall of Fame type fighter that he hasn't faced yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spence the same thing, a Hall of Fame type fighter. I don't think he ready for those guys. You know what I mean? I don't think he on that level. But as far as those B fighters, man, if he, I mean, hats off to him if he can be the A+ fighter, man. You know, hats off if he can do it. You never know. You never know.
That is true. I mean, we still got to see Styles make fights. We just going off the, the Tony Harrison fights. The first fight was close, but I had Charlo winning the first fight. But,
Me too.
I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad that I thought Tony should have had to do more to get that title from Charlo. But, that's Charlo for leaving it up that close as well. So that second fight, man, Tony really brought it to Charlo. I've seen a lot of flaws in Charlo, whether that's just the mindset of him trying to knock his block off. But, he was able to finish Tony Harrison, but that's not saying much finishing Tony Harrison. I mean, Tony Harrison has been finished before.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I want to see him clean out his division and then move up and wait and challenge the top guys. You know what I'm saying? Let's see him against a Hall of Fame fighter. That's what Joppy did that. Joppy, he fought against the Hopkins, the Trinidads. We don't have any Hopkins on Charlo's resume. We don't have a Trinidad on his resume. Even though William Joppy lost to these guys, he still faced.
At least he fought them. He still fought them though. We put too much emphasis on people having a couple losses. I mean, look at Manny Pacquiao. What he got? 5 losses or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao got a handful of losses. There's some people out there that are still great. As we've been, sitting at home and not watching any live boxing, I think everybody's had the opportunity to go back and look at old boxing. In old boxing, older years of boxing, these great fighters fought each other. So everybody had a loss or two on their record because they all fought. And even the B fighters were great. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, rest in heaven to Roger Mayweather. I watched him in some wars with some greats, bro. So it was easy to lose to a B fighter back in the day.
Hell yeah. Roger Mayweather dropped Pernell Whitaker.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And he gave Camacho all he can handle.
Camacho or Chavez?
I mean, I'm sorry, Chavez. He gave Chavez everything, bro.
Yeah, they fought. They faced each other twice. They fought twice.
Yeah, that first one, though. That first one was hell. I was hurting after that fight.
Oh yeah, man. Chavez was a good fighter, man. He was real rugged. He was kind of dirty too, man. Hit you low. He'll do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a dog though. He was a dog. He's standing right there in front of you, absorbing everything, man. He was dog, man. He
was a hell of a fighter, all-time great. You know what I mean? All-time great, Sammy. Charlo, man, he's a good fighter. You know what I mean? We just want to see is he an A+ fighter? We gotta see how good he really is. You know what I mean? The only way we can find out, Sammy, is if he get in that ring with these top guys. That's the only way we will find out. You see what I'm saying?
And that's when I will stamp it that he's truly a comparison to Joppy, because he has the physical attributes to be the comparison to Joppy, but he doesn't have the ring resume right now to be compared to Joppy, because Joppy did fight the greats. Charlo still has time, so I ain't throwing him away right now, but that's the next step for Charlo. Clear out your division, let that trophy be on your mantle, then you can be able to go up here and get some A-level fighters, you know what I mean? Or at least some good B+ fighters. Like I think him and Keith Thurman would be a lot closer fight than what you're saying, H.
For real? I don't believe it.
I don't like Keith Thurman. I don't like him. But he got dropped by Pacquiao early, but he held his own for the rest of that fight. Now, him being the bigger man, I thought he should have did more, and he's going to continue to use this damn elbow excuse until 2024. You know what I mean? That's probably going to be the reason why he's going to say he retired. We all knew he was dodging Spence. We all knew he was just chasing Mayweather for the money, and we didn't think he had the skill set to really dominate anybody. He barely got past Danny. He barely got past Sean. Him and Sean's fight was so close. You know what I mean? So he didn't dominate anybody for real. So I just think that no one's going to whitewash Keith Thurman, though. Even though I don't like him, no one's just going to whitewash him.
Well, I respect your opinion. You know what I mean?
I know what that means. I know what that means.
I respect it though, because you never know. But when I seen man, that injury really, he doesn't seem like that same fighter. You know, I don't see him throwing those power shots like how he was at first against Danny Garcia when he was throwing those crazy ass haymakers. The same thing with Thurman when he was buckling Thurman. I don't see that no more from I mean when he was
cracking Sean.
Say it again.
When he was cracking Sean?
Yeah, he was cracking Sean Porter. That's what I tried to say. He was buckling Sean Porter, man, like crazy. But I haven't seen it ever since then. He looked like he's, man, a washed up fighter. Sammy might be the surgery that he had. I don't know what it is. Because
so mental, H. Them silk sheets, bro. Silk sheets. He made some money. He's beat Danny. You know, he's beat Sean. You know, now it's just them silk sheets, man. He doesn't seem to me to have the same drive. Even though no one's like dominating him, he still don't, like you said, that pop's missing. Like his name is supposed to be one time, not decision time. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, even Jose Cito Lopez was fucking him up.
Yes, sir.
His face open. You know what I mean? He hasn't been the same. And then remember, he was out the ring for like damn near 2 years. He had a 2-year layoff as well that really fucked him up. So he ain't the same, man. He really not the same. But it looked like Fresh BX agrees with you. He said Thurman would abuse him, Sammy. So I think Fresh BX agree with you.
I mean, and I'm not saying that he would abuse Charlo. I'm just saying I think it'll be a hell of a war to where Charlo's on the uprise, Thurman's on the downhill. I think them meeting right there. I think Thurman has a better head during those pressure times to where Charlo still loses his head. Thurman can talk. You know what I mean? You'll never argue with nobody with a ponytail. They're going to beat you every time, bro. So Thurman can talk, and he's going to get Charlo out of his game. Charlo's going to be in there trying to prove something. So it's going to be a hell of a war. Now, I don't think Thurman's going to thump Charlo. I just think it's going to be a good back and forth.
Me personally, I think Charlo knocks him out. You know what I mean? I seen Pacquiao drop knockout, sparks him. You know what I mean? One time, you know, one like a Lubin type punch. You know what I mean? I think, I think Charlo gonna crush him. He too big. So you know, Thurman only 5'7", man. I thought Thurman was like 5'10".
I thought he was like 5'9", 5'10" too.
Yeah, I looked at it yesterday. I'm like, damn, he's short as hell. He 5'7", and he got like his arms are short as hell too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a bad matchup, I think.
But he got work though. He got work. He do got work. He got work. Thurman got work.
I don't know about that, Sammy. I don't fuck with Thurman. I don't, man, for real.
I don't like him. I promise you, H. I cannot stand him. I can't stand him. I thought he ran from Arrow. I thought he was a punk for not giving Sean a rematch. I mean, he could have gave Sean or Danny a rematch. He dogged my boy Bud. He said Bud's not even on his radar. You know what I mean? So Keith Thurman got a real big mouth, but that big mouth got him a good payday from Manny Pacquiao. So I think he's become a prize fighter. He don't want no damn title no more. He just looking for big fights. So the next time he'll come back, he may either take a warm up or he'll take a big fight. You know, I can literally see him fighting. You know, he's waiting for Manny. Manny's not about to give him a rematch. But what if he fights what's the old boy that fought Mayweather? That's retired now. He keep doing these pump fakes. Somebody come back.
Berto?
No, not Berto. I can see him fighting Berto for sure. That's an easy.
Berto retired. You said somebody who fought Mayweather and doing Maidana?
Maidana.
Marcos Maidana. Hey, Fresh BX just said, he said, I meant to say Bud Crawford would abuse Thurman. And then he said,
no question.
And then he says, Sammy, he says Charlo will hurt Thurman. So he riding with me. Man, I can't believe it.
Right. Yeah, it's a real pandemic going on in the world right now. H Money and BX agreeing, bro. Something wrong with the world, bro.
Man, the world is different now, bro. The world might be really coming to an end. No, I'm playing.
I see you, bro. I see you.
But hell yeah, man. Hey, Sammy, man. So what else been on your mind on this boxing tip, man? What you been thinking of? What fights you been watching? What fighters you been watching? Who give us some prospects right now? Who you like?
Well, to be honest with you, man, I've really been focused on the older fights, man. I really have been focused on the older fights. I watch every Roger Mayweather fight, and I mean every one that I can find. I watched that, especially with the news about Roger Mayweather. So he was really relevant. One of my favorite trainers. He'll tell you straight up. You ask him about somebody, Roger will tell you he don't know about boxing. So I rock with Roger. I also been watching a lot of Trinidad. I'm a big Mayorga fan. I get it, y'all. Before y'all judge me and be like, yo, why you like Mayorga? I just love a person that goes against the grain. Mayorga was like the Tupac of boxing, bro. Like he did everything you wasn't supposed to do and still was a world champion. Now, if he would have literally took his craft serious and not become a prize fighter, like, when Trinidad wanted to come back, Mayorga was like, yeah, I'll fight him. Just pay me the bread. Mayorga was literally in the back smoking a Newport, bro. Like he was literally smoking a port in the back, bro. And he said, yeah, I smoke before every fight because I'm a little nervous. He fought Trinidad on cigarettes. He fought De La Hoya on cigarettes. You know what I mean? He's crazy, man. But I love that. I love that so much about him, man. I love that about him. So I've been watching a lot of Mayorga, and the last person that I was watching a lot of Mike Tyson, man, because Mike Tyson was a dog, but the people he was fighting, man, he kind of had that Roy Jones going about him. He had that Roy Jones about him, H.
Yeah, I like Tyson. He was undisputed though, Sammy. You know what I'm saying? He did wipe out his division.
Roy?
Yeah, he did. You're right. Yep. He did at light heavyweight. I think Roy did.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Who was they fighting though?
I think Tyson,
like you say about Roy.
Yeah, Tyson was knocking people out though, man. He had people scared. He had that one hitter though. Like Tyson was explosive, man, especially before the drugs and shit. Like Tyson, bro, he will knock your head off.
Roy gave you your money, his money's worth. He gave you your money's worth. If you was gonna pay for a pay-per-view, and don't get me wrong, everybody circled the TV to watch Tyson. It can be over in 10, 13, 30 seconds. But Roy gave you your money's worth, man. He showed out in that ring, even though he was fighting some sketchy characters. But I feel like so was Tyson. Tyson was fighting a lot of sketchy characters too. Like then when he did fight some names, they was older and sloppy, and like Larry Holmes. You know what I mean? Larry Holmes was sloppy, bro. But I know why he did that to Larry Holmes. But Larry Holmes was sloppy, bro.
Yeah, I'm happy he did Larry Holmes like that. Larry Holmes beat up on Ali, bro. He should never took that fight. And he said he was gonna do it for Ali. And Ali told him, like, yo, go get him for me. And that's what he did. So he beat Tyrell Biggs, though, who was a gold medalist, knocked him out, gave Tyrell Biggs his first loss. Trevor Berbick, another guy that beat Ali, he beat him for the belt. And who else he beat? Tony Tucker. Tony Tucker, who had just knocked out Buster Douglas for the belt, and then he came and smoked Tony Tucker. Yeah, but I think that at that time, and he beat Frank Bruno, so he smashed Frank
Galata,
Razor Ruddock, especially when he was younger. Nobody wanted to face him back then. And then Lennox back then wasn't calling out Tyson back then.
Yeah, that is true, because I remember you asking where was Lennox at during all this time.
Yeah, Lennox was damn near in the UK fighting bums. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones beat James Toney, though, before light heavyweight. Tyson ain't do that. Well, I thought Hopkins won that fight. I'm just going to be honest. That first fight? Yeah. If you watch it, it was close.
It was close. It was close. It was close, but I think Roy did land the more significant punches. I think Hopkins did land more to me, even though the CompuBox may say different. But from how Hopkins fight, he hit you with a headbutt, then hit you with two uppies real quick, all in one motion. So I rock with Hopkins. B Hop is, man, that's a god to me, brother.
One thing about Roy, man, he'll be throwing those flashy ass, looping ass punches, but it really wouldn't be hurting him though. It'll look like it, the crowd will go crazy, but it's like this. It's like some Sugar Ray type shit. He'll be doing all of this shit.
It'll
be like,
what he do, H?
He'll be ringing that hoe up, winding that hoe up. You know what I'm saying? He winding that hoe up.
Yeah. So, for sure.
Yeah, he was just flash, man. When Hopkins was having his ass in the clinch, was beating the shit out of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Hopkins, but James Toney struggled to make weight too. That's why I feel like he fought at James Toney was struggling to make weight. You dig? That's how I feel, man.
Yeah, I'm
Hell
with
yeah.
you. I'm with you. I think with James Toney, James Toney had the skill set to do what he needed to do. It was just, he was catching him when James Toney would shell up and kind of, roll with them punches. Roy comes at different angles. So James Toney's skill set is for the traditional boxing, like how Floyd's is. People who have success with Floyd, they come from unorthodox angles. So their defense is geared towards people that, hey, if I throw this right hand at you and you catch it, you're going to counter with this punch. So I'm already in position to defend this punch. So long story short, James Toney was defending for that. But Roy comes, like you said, he throws an uppercut or a left hook from his left knee, bro. Not like knockout kings. You know what I mean? He hits L2 and triangle and just throws from crazy angles. So I think his punches were, it just looked better to the eye. That's all that was.
Yeah, on some like Sugar Ray Leonard, like, you know what I'm saying? Really wasn't really doing much, but the crowd. Yeah,
Sugar Ray Leonard. He'll do that little shoe shine. He'll punch you with like 20 punches to the body, and don't none of them land, bro. But it looked great. It looked great.
Oh man, Fresh BX, you saying I'm capping, and he talking about Roy Jones might be the greatest talent ever. I don't know where all that talent went when he was getting his ass knocked out by Antonio Tarver, bro. You know what I'm saying? When Tarver knocked his head off and he came off his biggest win, it wasn't like Roy is washed up and Tarver knocked him out. Nah, Roy just moved up to heavyweight, bulked all the way up. You know what I'm saying? No, looked like he was on a juice on top of that. You know what I'm saying? His damn biceps was all the way over here and shit. You know what I'm saying? He beats him, and then what happened? Fights Antonio Tarver. Maybe he got off the juice, got his ass slept. You know what I'm saying? Even in that first fight.
And Glenn Coffey.
Oh yeah, Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson.
Glenn Coffey Johnson.
Hit him on the side of the head. That's what they was
killed Roy, bro.
They was busting him right here, bro. Right on the equilibrium. Right here, bro. They was hitting him right here. He go to his ass sleep, bro.
That's what happened to Wilder. He got hit right there and fell on that slip and slide and looked at the ref like, why you let him push me, boss? Nah, yeah, bro, man. You got hit on top of that ear.
Yeah,
you got hit in that Bluetooth.
Yeah, Roy kept getting knocked out, bro. You can't remember Hopkins getting knocked out like that. Even when Hopkins lost his last fight to Joe Smith Jr. at 50, he was 50.
At 50.
Joe Smith hit him and pushed him out the ring and injured Hopkins. That's why he couldn't get back up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what happened in that rematch, Fresh BX, Hopkins versus Roy Jones? What happened? Hopkins beat the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? And Hopkins was calling him out for years for that rematch, wasn't it, Sammy? You know,
yeah.
Hopkins, undisputed middleweight champion, just beat Oscar De La Hoya, just beat Felix Trinidad, the two biggest names in the sport, and Roy wasn't trying to fight. Roy was talking about 60-40, making all them excuses. You know what I'm saying? And Hopkins was begging for the fight. I'll move up to weight. I'll do whatever. Let's fight. You know what I mean? He don't want it.
And to put some cherry on that, the way that Hopkins did the man that knocked out Roy Jones. The way that Hopkins did Tarver, bro, was a clinic, bro.
Exactly.
That's a master class for real. The way that Hopkins was doing people in his early mid-40s, bro, master class in them, bro. The way he did Tarver, the way he did Pavlik, bro, he was wiping the floor with him. Then he was putting his arm around him after the fight and giving him like advice. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you got to stop flinching on your jabs. Like he was like dad, and he was sonning dudes out here, bro.
Exactly. And then the same thing with John Pascal, whooped his ass, taught him look at Pascal, became a better fighter. Pascal beating Badu Jack, knocking out Marcus Brown. Look at Pascal, still relevant. You know what I mean? Hopkins is just on another level to me, though. You know what I mean, Sammy? Then he was way more dedicated to the sport. You know, Roy Jones started off rapping like he was one of the first boxers to become a rapper, you know, making songs, I smoke and I drink. And we knew he was done. We knew he was done after that. I smoke and I drink. Damn, we knew Tarver was fucking him up after that. You know what I'm saying? He was done.
You know? Man. I was just questioning, like, literally. When you first said that a couple months ago, I was like, no, H, you wrong, man. You wrong. Like, Roy, that man. But then if you really remove the emotion and remove what you've seen, I'm not saying Roy's not a great athlete. I'm not saying Roy's not a great, show. But if you look at that resume, what is we really looking at?
Exactly. Hey, Sammy, quick thing real quick. Fresh BX says, even when he beat Tarver in the first fight, he wasn't the same. Okay, I gotta say this real quick. I just want to say this. Okay, Fresh BX, you said that Roy Jones lost to Antonio Tarver because he dropped down in weight, but he won that first fight. And we all know he really lost that first fight.
He really lost that first fight.
Everybody knows it. And then in the second fight, you remember Tarver was like, yo, any excuses tonight, Roy? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no excuses tonight. You can't run. Yeah.
So it wasn't that he was already at light heavyweight. So what's your excuse for that, Fresh BX? You know what I'm saying? Because he got knocked out in the second fight. He had 2 fights at light. That was his second fight back at light heavyweight, like Antonio Tarver says. Any excuses tonight, Fresh BX, when he got his ass knocked out in the second fight? What's your excuse for that? And in the third fight, when he got his ass whooped by Tarver. You know, Tarver
we can't pick certain times to fit our narrative too. You know what I mean? Like people, Michael Jordan's time with the Wizards counted, bro. That did count, bro. He decided as a grown man, as a professional, to come back and do what he thought he can do. That time counted, bro. You know what I mean? So the same thing with Roy. I really do. I really love Roy. Roy was so epic for us back in the day when it came to leading the culture, when it came to boxing, because he was so flashy with it and so cold with it, the way he did it. You know what I mean? His interests, the way he really never took punishment, the way he moved, all that stuff. But, he got beat by Joe Calzaghe. Now, I'm not knocking Joe Calzaghe, but, you still fighting. You got beat. Man, he was fighting them island fights and getting knocked out.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. He just got it. He wasn't all of that, bro. You know what I mean? Like I liked it, Roy. I liked him, but you know what I mean? He just wasn't that, bro. You know what I mean? He was good, bro, but come on, man. He was getting beat.
I'm with the resume. H. I'm with you on that resume. I had to go back. I disagree with you at first, bro. I was like, man, H smoked a good pack today, bro. But I had to go back and look at that resume, and man, I'm not impressed.
Exactly. The resume speaks for itself. He was beating a lot of bums, bro. He was fighting fucking Glenn Kelly's dude named Hall. You remember he was doing all type of shit. Roy Jones, bro, he was so comfortable fighting these bums. He was putting his hands behind his back fighting these bums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who was the dude he knocked out like that, BX? Since you a big time Roy Jones fan, I'm just saying the guy he knocked out with his hands behind his back like that. Who was it that he didn't even know, bro? You know what I mean? He was fighting a whole lot of.
I just watched that fight. Yeah, he's a bum.
It was a real bum he fought. He fought a lot of those bums, even in the beginning of his career, bro. His dad was, I think, when his dad was his trainer, man, he was fighting bums, but he was a good fighter. You know what I'm saying? He just wasn't he ain't no Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? He definitely ain't no Hopkins beating Kelly Pavlik's, Tarver's, Trinidad's, De La Hoya's, John Pascal. You know what I'm saying? All of those guys, he fighting until he 50 world champion. Roy Jones wasn't world champion at 50. You know what I mean? And Hopkins got his get back, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, just to get back on Charlo and the William Joppy thing, I think Charlo will become a 3-time world champion. And another thing between Charlo and William Joppy, Sammy, I want to bring up to your attention. So he took a controversial loss in his first loss. His first loss was a controversial loss. The same thing happened with William Joppy. He lost the fight to Julio Cesar Green. His first loss, controversy, just like Charlo's loss, came back, got his belt back. Charlo did the same thing. You know what I mean? So I think they really do favor each other a lot, man. You know what I'm saying? But Sammy, I appreciate you, man, hopping on with me, dropping that knowledge like you always do, man. What's your schedule is, man? So that's
the schedule, bro. That's the schedule. I'm still training them, getting them together, man.
Yeah, that blue joint getting big as hell.
Yeah, bro. She's solid. She on the 45-pound weight vest right now. Got her running with that. So I strap that on her and we run up the hill with that. So that's the first line of defense. If shit go haywire, you know what I mean? Before I can get to the front door, they will. So, you know what I mean? She's a beast, bro. That's my pride and joy right there.
Hell yeah, man.
That's my pride and joy. So working with them, man, after I work with them, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on that. You know what I mean? Then after I work with that, I'm hitting that. Then after I hit that, I'm gonna hit that. You know what I mean? Then after I hit that, I'm going over here grabbing these babies' little weighted gloves, get my shadow boxing on, hit the jump rope. Then I pull the treadmill out, man, get my running in. So, man, I'm just trying to keep it in shape, H. That's all I'm trying to do, man. Keep it in shape, bro.
Man, that's 100, man. That's 100, man. Shout outs to Sammy, man, giving us that real deal Holyfield, man. Appreciate it, Sammy, man. Whenever you available, man, make sure you hop on with me, you know what I'm saying? So we can keep giving the fans what they want, you know what I mean? While we chilling. I know you still working, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, dog, I'm gonna try to do these videos. Fresh BX, he motivated me every day, man, to do this. My boy Fresh BX says Roy Jones Jr. won the first fight clearly. Go watch it again. I think we're gonna do a whole live fight chat.
I think we should watch it. I think we should watch it together. When's your next video, bro? When your next one, though?
I might just do that Roy Jones one tomorrow. Roy Jones versus Hopkins, man. Since we talking about it, man. What time you let me know you available and we can book it and set it up. Or I could call you.
Tomorrow, Friday. I'm open. I'm open tomorrow.
Ain't today Friday?
Am I tripping? Yeah, today's Friday. I am tripping. Today Friday.
I don't even be knowing what day it be no more, dog. I swear to God, I be in the house somewhere. I don't even know what day it be no more, dog.
Bruh, yeah. So tomorrow, man, I'm open, man. Hit me in the morning or whatever, whenever you get up, whatever, doing what you do. Just let me know, man. Hit my line.
Yeah, whenever it's a good time for you, Sammy, let's do it.
Yeah, what time? What time you thinking? I'll make sure I'm ready, get my food together and all that stuff. So what time? You talking about after lunch or evening? What's up? Morning?
Maybe like after lunch, you know, something like that. Maybe like after. Okay. You on the East time, ain't it? You in Eastern time?
I'm on the East. Yep. So right now it's 7:52.
Maybe like 3 your time, something like that.
3 o'clock?
Yeah, like 3 your time. We do Hopkins versus Roy part 1. Solo 100, man. That's your boy Sammy, man. 100, the best in the industry, man. A real one. Everybody be safe, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta be safe, man. Stay at home. You know what I mean? You know, take all the precautions, whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? You guys gotta stay at home during these times. We finna wrap it up in a little bit. I'm gonna play this video for y'all real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play this little video for y'all. This William Joppy video one more time before we dip out. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Fresh BX the Don, bro. You hear me? 100. Shout outs to the Don Fresh BX. You dig? You know what I mean? No cap BX. 100. Let's get it. Let me play this video for y'all real quick before we wrap it up, man. Shout outs to BX. We're gonna do the whole chat. We're gonna do Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr., you know what I'm saying, versus Bernard Hopkins live fight chat, because that first fight was controversial. It's just that Hopkins didn't have that big name. Hopkins was coming out of prison, bro. That's the only reason they didn't give Hopkins that decision. Roy Jones, Olympian. Roy Jones was the A side, bro. They robbed Hopkins in that fight. No cap. No cap, BX. I swear to God. We're going to watch it. Conor put his hands behind his back. They said it. They say it's yesterday, today, and tomorrow, the new days of the week. Yeah, they changing the world, bro. I think that's what this, probably they changing everything, bro. They changing everything in the world, bro. Change the days of the week and all type of shit, bro. Probably, man, you don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't even tell you, bro. But let me show y'all something real quick before we wrap it up, man. You know what I mean? Show y'all this last video before we wrap it up. H Money, Mr. The Zone, back again. What another one. You dig?
I feel like, you know, somebody telling me that I'm
here it go.
Not the best middleweight, like somebody trying to.
Before we wrap it up. You dig?
Fights winning 9. His only loss at controversial.
Check it out.
Julio Cesar Green. He scored 6 knockouts in those 10 title bouts. Joppy now has his work cut out for him in the person of Felix Trinidad. What will
He said nobody ever called the Hopkins fight controversial. You're the only one that said that. No, I'm not. That's why we gonna watch it. Before we wrap it up, here we go.
Far from the hype, without fanfare or recognition, William Joppy is a working man's fighter. He knows victory and he has tasted defeat. Joppy is even sparred with death. A champion, yet an unknown soldier. All William Joppy wants is a chance to earn.
Listen, bro. Jermell Charlo is the next William Joppy. Watch this video of William Joppy right now. This who Charlo fights exactly like, bro. Charlo is the next Joppy. Check it out.
Greatness.
If I stopped boxing, I would get no recognition. I would go out, people would bring my name up. Oh, he was a champ. But it would be a question, was he any good?
Joppy grew up on the streets of the nation's capital, idolizing the sublime fighting talents of Muhammad Ali, and especially another Beltway area boxer named Sugar Ray Leonard.
Ray Leonard had it all. He had the whole package. He could slug with you, he could bob, he could fight going forward, he could fight going back, side to side. He had speed, power, and everything. You name it, he was all around fighter.
Unlike his role model, Joppy's ring career was not forged in Olympic gold. He did not start boxing until the age of 20. But within 5 years, he worked his way to an unbeaten record in 22 professional fights. Then he chased the middleweight title across the globe.
I traveled to Tokyo, Japan to fight Shinji Takahara, another great fighter that people don't know because he never fought in the States. To get my world title, he was a brawl, strong. I boxed him, defeated him, took him out of his game plan, and I knocked him out in the 9th round. He was so confused, he was trying to do what I was doing to him, and it wasn't his game.
In his first year as champion, Joppy defended his title twice. But in the summer of '97, he encountered a hostile crowd at Madison Square Garden and hometown hero Julio Cesar Green. William Joppy Jr. Joppy decked Green twice. But he broke a knuckle on his right hand and could barely use that weapon again. Green swiped Joppy's belt in a hotly debated decision.
He got robbed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, William Joppy got robbed in his first loss. His first loss was a robbery, just like Charlo's first loss was a robbery against Tony Harrison. And he came back and got his belt back in an immediate rematch, just like Charlo did. The similarities are amazing.
Boy, I'll tell you one thing, folks. That's an incredible decision. The judges didn't see this fight right. Julio Cesar Green did not win that fight.
You hear that?
Except on the scorecard.
Julio Cesar Green did not win that fight, just like you know what I'm saying, Tony Harrison didn't win the fight against Charlo, just like the commentators, Lennox Lewis, and all of them was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew it, bro. Even the commentators, they was like, the commentator just said it right now. Julio Cesar Green didn't win the fight the same way Lennox Lewis said that, you know what I'm saying, Tony Harrison didn't beat Charlo in the first fight. Give me that real deal, man.
The former champion returned to face his conqueror. This time around, it was a one-sided affair as Joppy avenged his one and only loss.
You hear me? Look, avenged his one and only loss, just like Charlo did. Avenged his only loss against Tony Harrison in a rematch. They both did the same thing and became two-time world champions.
The two-time Though Joppy was now at 27 years old, a proven champion, what continued to elude him was public acclaim. Seeking to boost his record with a big name, Joppy's handlers accepted a challenge from one of the biggest names of all. Roberto Manos de Piedra Duran. Joppy took care of business against a veteran Roberto Duran, but his third-round knockout of the aging legend did not win over the fans.
People say, you should have knocked him out. 48 years old. And if I had went 12 rounds, if I had went 6 rounds with Roberto Duran, they still wouldn't have gave me credit. You went 6 rounds with that old man? You went 12 rounds with that old man? So I was in no one situation.
That sent Joppy back to work in the gym, back to his blue-collar roots. Then on a wintry afternoon of January 18th, 1999, fate dealt the hardest blow of Joppy's life.
I had just completed a training session. I was leaving out the gym and turned onto a major intersection, Ritchie Road in Maryland. And a car just came speeding, hit the tail end of my van, spun me around 5 times. My head snapped back and hit the steering wheel, and I broke a C7 vertebrae in my neck.
Joppy was rushed to intensive care. He showed signs of a severe spinal cord injury, and he was listed in critical condition.
I think that was God talking to me, telling me to slow down. When I went to the doctors and they told me that, and they were going to have to stay away from boxing until it healed. I couldn't run, couldn't exercise, had to stay in the house. Man, I was like in hell. I think, the condition that I'm in, helped me get through that altercation.
It took 2 months before he could train once again.
I feel that I'm stronger than I was before I left. That was my goal, to come back and be better than what I was before the accident.
Joppy did come back, as tough as ever.
Okay, let's go. Joppy gets it. Bangs him with the right hand. Left hook. He's ready to go. And that's it. He stops the fight. It's all over. Who will go? He cannot stand up.
He was a hell of a fighter, but just like Charlo stopping guys, you know what I'm saying? He was doing the same thing. He was Charlo before it was a Charlo. This was Jermell Charlo before it was a Jermell Charlo. Check him out, bro. Look at the hands. Look at the hand speed. Left hook to the body, right hand. Wicked right, bro. That's that Charlo right. Over the top. Doing what he's supposed to do. Finishing people, bro.
Joppy has soldiered on.
Hell of a fighter.
Still two-time champion.
Two-time champion. When it was all said and done. Look, fought the best. Felix Trinidad. Fought the best, man. You know what I'm saying?
Take the next step towards
unification bouts. That's the next step for Charlo, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the next step for Charlo. Everybody hit the like button, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Appreciate BX, bro. I never seen Charlo get robbed. Charlo did get robbed, bro, in that first fight. Charlo got robbed against Tony Harrison in the first fight. He said Fox commentary is horrendous. Fresh BX 100, man. Tomorrow we gonna do a live fight chat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bernard Hopkins versus Roy Jones Jr. Part 1. You know what I'm saying? Controversial fight. I felt like Hopkins won that fight. But yeah, man, we finna wrap it up, BX. Jermell Charlo, the next William Joppy, I think that's the ceiling he will reach. I think when it's all said and done, Charlo will be a 3-time world champion, bro. You know what I'm saying? So everybody hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're signing out. He'll be a 3-time world champion like William Joppy. Charlo needs to sit back at home. Go watch some William Joppy videos, bro. Go watch William Joppy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who he favors, bro. You know what I'm saying? Charlo, you're not Roy Jones. You're not this guy. You're not Roy Jones, bro. Charlo, you are William Joppy, bro. Jermell Charlo is a William Joppy reincarnated. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're signing out, bro. Appreciate everybody. Fresh BX, the Don, JC, everybody, Sammy. Appreciate it, man. Coco.